Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. My name is Aisha and I'm glad that you clicked on this video today. So today I am back with another video, and today I'm going to be giving my mommies out there tips who have toddlers. I know it can get very stressful. Let me just say this because for the people who don't know me, I do have 3 boys, ages 3, 5, and 7. So I have had a bit of experience, and I'm going to tell you guys things that helped me and what didn't help, things that I've learned on my journey. So here on this channel, I do a little bit of everything, but mainly I do hair videos, mommy videos, and advice videos on relationships and situations. If you are interested in this content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm giving you valuable information and it's for free. So first thing, you want to make sure you start incorporating routines if you haven't already. And when I say routine, I mean like a night routine, morning routine. It could be snack routine, dinner routine, any type of routine. When trying to find a routine, it may be hard trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. I know for me, it took me a little while to figure out, okay, this is what works for us. So your routine may not be the same as mine. It may be different because what works for you may not work for me, and what works for me may not work for you. So just finding that routine that actually clicks will be very, very helpful to you because it'll make things flow a lot more easier. So with my night routine, it really helps me a lot with us having a night routine because it helps us to wind down. It helps us to get things together. If you have not seen my night routine with the kids, I will link it up here. But make sure you watch it after this video. Okay? So, and I will have it in the description box as well. But I feel like having a night routine really helped with the night. Having kids can be kind of stressful. So I feel like having a bedtime for them and getting them in bed at a certain time really helped with me having that little mommy time after, just having that time to myself to kind of just focus on myself because I've been with the kids all day, or I have 3 boys, so it's always busy in my home. So I feel like once I get them in the bed and I have that hour or 2 before I actually go to bed, I am just doing things that I need to do, like paperwork, or I'm doing I might just be watching TikTok. Who knows? Just that time where it's just me. And I feel like that helps find the balance between the two, parenting and being a mom. You gotta have that your you time too. Also, having a morning routine really helps. So how the morning routine helps me, I like to get up earlier than the kids. That is another tip. Make sure you get up earlier so you can get yourself together and do things that you want to do first before the kids do get up, because it can be a bit of a hassle if you have more than one child. Even with one child, it's just better to try to wake up earlier than your child so you can get certain things done. I like to get up to do my reading, and if I want to journal and stuff like that. I will be posting my morning routine here soon, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And how a morning routine helps them, it helps with them establishing, they know what to expect. They know what's coming next. It helps it go faster because they know what to do. I showed you in my night routine, I had that paper where they just check off. They kind of go in the line, what's next, and they just check it off. But they find that very fun to do, and it helps them to stay on task because once they finish one thing, it's okay, we can check this off, now we're going to the next one. And I found out that helps with them staying on track when we are getting ready for school in the morning, or, I had to take my youngest to daycare. Even my youngest, he just turned 3. He enjoys trying to check it off and saying what's coming next. So if you want one, you can DM me on Instagram, and I can send you the copy of the one that I have if you want to try the one that I have, if you like it. And I can send it to you on Instagram. You can just download it for free. And I'm also going to post their morning routine too as well. That video is coming too, so stay tuned. And it don't always have to just be a morning, night routine. Those are the biggest that helps me. It did take a while to, nail it, do it consistently, because it is a consistent thing, but I'm gonna get into that later on in the video. So my next thing is to spend time with your kids or kid. When I say spend time with them, it could just be like watching a movie together. It can be playing together. It can be coloring, you know, it can be having them help you do dishes or like cook. Like, it's like different things that you can include them in to actually spend time with your kids. Right now it's the winter. I usually like to take them like to the park or outside after school. I'll let them play, or sometimes I'll go and play with them. And that also helps with them like releasing a lot of energy, so that when you do go back home, you know, you can have more of a settled type household. I know with toddlers you don't really get that a lot, but right now it's the winter, so we are inside. We do indoor activities, and I literally just one day went on YouTube and just looked up activities to do indoors, and I just wrote down the ones that I really liked to do with the kids and I wanted to try with the kids, and that's just what we kind of do when we decide like to do something. And also I like to have like a family night with the kids. It's just like I'll choose like Friday nights or Saturday nights where we just I let the kids pick, what do you want to do, what movie you want to watch. Like, we try to like just spend that quality time together. And I normally let them call like what game you want to play, what activity you want to do, like what do you want to eat. Like, I just make it all about them basically on family night. And I try to do that like once a week. Lately it hasn't been like that because my schedule's been a little off, but I am trying to get back into that because having that, it just makes you feel really good. I don't know, it's just something about spending that quality time. Also, when you include them in like your cleaning, or like if you're cooking, when you include them, it kind of takes that load off of you. Like, I know a lot of times like I would just like be cleaning like the entire house, because having toddlers, you know, it always get messy. I feel like there's no such thing as keeping a clean house when you have toddlers, especially me having 3 boys. I always have to clean. It's constantly cleaning. And I used to like clean up like the entire house by myself, and I would just be so stressed. And then like, you know, they go right back behind you and re-mess it up. And it's just like, I'm not about to keep cleaning up after you guys. So I started to include them in the cleaning. Like, I would set a timer, 15 minutes. Like I said in my nighttime routine video, we sometimes will do that throughout the day. If you get too hectic, it's like, okay, no, we're gonna set this timer, let's do a quick clean, and then we'll go back to doing what we were doing previously. And I also have them assign rooms. Like, they will clean their bedroom and the playroom, and I will clean the rest of the house. Except for like at night, when we do like our night routine, we kind of just straighten up whatever is out of place. We just 15 minutes go through and just pick up. And I know like when you have like a younger toddler, it can be kind of hard for them. So like for my younger son, when it's time to clean up, I just kind of play the cleanup song, and then he'll sing, and then he'll go around and start picking up, because he doesn't really do it when we just be like, okay, set the timer, let's clean. Like, I have to play that song for him to start picking up. But he will pick up, but it just takes a little, like, I have to play the song for him too. And I feel like when I started doing that, it really helped with taking off some of the load and the stress on me of like trying to keep up with certain things. Even when it comes to like dishes, my kids really do like enjoy washing dishes right now. So like I'll have them helping me with the dishes as well. Of course, not any of the dangerous objects like the knives and stuff like that, but like what they can do, I do allow them to help. I feel like that's been very helpful. And now the next thing is to listen to your child. Sometimes, most of the times, when your child is throwing like a fit or like doing something that's just like, they just can't control their emotions, they're screaming, they're crying, most of the time they just want to be heard. Other than like when you're like in the store or something, they can't have something, or like when you took something away, like when they're just acting out just because like you just like, I don't know what's wrong with you. Just try to listen to them, because a lot of times they just want to be heard. And I started to learn this because like when my kids used to fall out, or when they're like acting a certain way, I would just yell. Or if I tell them to do something and they don't do it the first time, I would yell the second time. And it's just like, I don't have to yell at you. Like, and one day, what made me notice that it actually does affect them was because one time I was talking to my older son, Jeremiah, and I remember he was saying something to me. I can't remember what it was, but I was already like kind of frustrated from like them throughout the day. Like, I was already stressed. So I I yelled back at him because he was complaining about something. And I like yelled at him. And then he was just like, you could just tell his whole demeanor. Like, he came at me respectfully, not yelling, like just talking. And I was just like irritated, let my emotions get the best of me, and just yelled back at him. And then he walked away with an attitude and like got mad. And I'm just like, I didn't have to yell at him. But I'm like, Aisha, you could have just responded back normally. Why are you yelling? So I like told him like, I didn't mean to yell at you. What was it that you were saying? Like, and then like when I did that, he kind of responded back more normally. The way you talk to your kids is important because they do have emotions too, and they are a human being too. And it's like, I wouldn't want them coming to me yelling at me. So let me not yell at them and talk to them how I would want to be talked to. And I found out that helps so much. It helps with them like starting to explain themselves more and actually opening up instead of just like crying, throwing a fit, arms crossed, pouting. Like, just having that actual talk with them and actually listening to them helps so much. And then like as you're talking with them, just remind them, use your words. I can't help you if you don't use your words. I can't help you. Like, I need to know what's wrong with you. Can you tell me? Can you talk? Can you use your words, please? Like, just letting them know, like, to use your words. Use your words. Like, just that reminder so they know, like, when you fall out and you're crying and you're pouting with your arms crossed, I can't really understand what's going on. So you have to tell me. You have to express yourself. That helps with them learning how to regulate their emotions better. Now, I'm not saying, like, in the beginning, it was not easy because these are all tips that I started to learn to do. Like, this is not what I jumped out just doing. So it was hard to like get it under control. But I feel like the more you do it, it starts to like take place. It starts to fall in line. Like, it starts to become their natural, the normal. And that actually leads me into my next tip. Be consistent. Stay consistent. And when I say this, it goes in like all different levels. Like, one, say what you mean what you say. Meaning, like, don't say something that you're not gonna hold your own self up to. Like, don't say something that you're not gonna do. And then mean what you say. So what you do say, you follow through with it. And this is important because as toddlers, like, toddlers are smart, okay? They're smart. And when you say stuff and then you don't follow through with it, or if you tell them, like, okay, I'm gonna take this away if you do this again, or if I'm gonna do this if you do this again, and you don't follow through with it, every time you don't follow through with what you say, they're like, okay, I can get away with this, or like, okay, she's not gonna do anything. So it's like they start to not take you serious, and you don't want that. You want your child to listen to you. You want your child to know that when you say stuff, you mean what you say. Like, you're serious. Like, we have to follow rules. We have to listen. And I know that it can get like hard when it comes to parenting and like being consistent and always trying to follow through with what you say, but it gets easier. Like, you just gotta stay consistent, and you won't have to say it so many times, or you won't have to tell them to do something repeatedly. Like, once they learn that you mean what you say is when you're gonna start to see, like, okay, they're gonna start listening the first time you say it, or you might have to remind them a second time, but then that's it. Like, you just have to stay consistent and do not say stuff that you're not going to follow through with. So watch what you say to your child. And, like, if they like say they like playing on the phone and they did something, it's like, okay, I have to take the phone away. You're not getting it back for 30 minutes. And then like they're crying and they're tripping and you're like, okay. They get quiet for 2 seconds. You're like, here's the phone back, but the 30 minutes wasn't all the way up. I know it's hard to discipline. I know it is hard because we don't really want to, because we don't really like seeing our child upset and stuff like that. But just know that you're helping them out for the future. Like, you're only doing this because you love them. Just make sure you mean what you say and say what you mean. Also, make sure you are sticking to your routines. I know that your routines may vary, may change. Like, you may try something and then find out you didn't like it, so then you try something different. But make sure, like, when you do find that routine that you like, stick with it. Because as toddlers, it's easier for them to have a routine, to know what's coming next, to know what to expect next. Like, it helps them to be organized their own self. So it's like, when you find that routine, just make sure you stick with it. And then after so long of sticking with the routine, it's going to become natural anyways. It's just going to be like their natural response. Like, that's just what they're going to do. Like, my morning, night routines and stuff like that, like, they're used to it. So, like, instead of, like, one day, like, you having the kids stay up late as they want, then the next day you're like, okay, you got to be in bed by 8. Like, they're going to be like, it's going to have them more irritated and mad and fussy because they're not used to that. Like, the inconsistency is not helping. Like, you have to be consistent. I'm not saying you have to do this, but I'm saying it will help a whole lot if you did. So if you find a routine that you like, stick with it. My next tip is to have quiet time, especially like when you can't go out, when the kids can't go outside and you're inside, or like on the weekends when you're just in the house with the kids all day. It is okay to have like quiet time. And what I mean by this is like for me in my house, like my kids will run around, or instead of just staying in the playroom like they're supposed to, they'll get like really, really rowdy. And then the next thing you know, they're jumping off the beds, jumping on the couches, doing flips, wrestling. Like, it's like, okay, time for quiet time. Like, we had to calm down. So for quiet time, it could just be like 30 minutes. It could be an hour. You set a timer, like, let them know, like, okay, it's quiet time now. We're going to do something quiet. We're going to do an activity that is quiet. Quiet time can also be just like screen time. If they like to play on the phones, watch YouTube, play games on the phone, my kids do. This is time where, okay, go play on the phone, or go watch TV for a little bit. Like, just sit down, watch TV. Like, I need a second to gather. We gotta get quiet for a second. Also, you can do like quiet activities like coloring. I also seen one on YouTube where they had like this Play-Doh and they was just like making stuff out of Play-Doh. Like, if you type in on YouTube quiet activities, you'll find plenty. And I just write them down. So like when that time comes, like, okay, you guys can choose to do this, or this. It's quiet time. We're gonna have some quiet time for a little bit. And that's also very helpful with, just keeping your emotions like just like calm, relaxed, collected. Like, you want to control your emotions. Like, being a parent can be very stressful sometimes, and it's okay to admit that. It's okay to say that. It's okay to step away when you need a break. If you need a break, take that break. If you need that quiet time, have your quiet time. You want a break from the kids in general, so you have your mom or your dad or cousin, friend watch the kids for a little bit. That's fine too. We all need that break. Don't feel like you can't have a break because you had kids. Like, it's okay to have that break, and it's actually important to take a break when you need a break, so that you are showing up for your kids your best self. Remember, you're a good mom. Even when things go the opposite way that it was supposed to, you're still a good mom. Even when you didn't follow through with that routine that you wanted to, and like you have had some days where it's just been chaos for you and your kids, remember that you're still a good mom. It isn't always perfect. Like, you're gonna have your flaws here and there. You're gonna always have things that you're going through. Like, we're not perfect, but just remember you are a good mom. Just keep on going and soak up these moments while they are young. Having kids, time seems like it flies sometimes. Like, I'm just like, wow, I really have a 7-year-old, and then like a 5-year-old. Like I said, I have a 3-year-old. It just seemed like they grow so fast. So just soak up these moments with them, and spend as much time as you can. And just remember, you are a great mom. And if you did like this video, please give this video a big thumbs up. And if you like to see more content like this, please hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys in my next video.